As the first Let's Plays of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are already coming out, and new news about Lavender Town have been announced just today, people are quickly changing their minds on Pokemon Let's Go. Well, at least some people. At first, the game had a lot of critics saying the game isn't really what they were looking for, and many still think that, but it's starting to look good to way more people, and I heard that the HMT changes specifically have pleased a lot of people. I was personally really excited for the game since the start, as firstly I didn't really play any Pokemon games before that, so I didn't really have way of saying if this one's better or worse, and also because like I said, this will be my first Pokemon game, so that is a reason to get excited in its own right. So, were people wrong about the game then? Is it actually way better now that we know about it, or is it actually way worse? Is it what people wanted or not? Is it a normal Pokemon game or not? Well, that's what I'm here to discuss in this video. So, let's start with the big question. Were people wrong in how they judge Pokemon Let's Go, and has it actually turned out way better than people thought? And the answer is absolutely. Now, I'm not saying that to discredit people who are saying the game is not for them. Of course, people have different tastes, and of course, a lot of people may think that this type of Pokemon game may not be exactly what they wanted, but to outright call it bad, I think is an overstatement. I think it's just a bit different, and definitely a bold new move for the franchise, which I think a really good start for its lifetime on the Switch, which is its brand new home, and a home which I'm really excited for, because like I said, I never played a Pokemon game, mainly due to the fact that I've never owned a 3DS, 2DS, DS, or Game Boy, or any Game Boy Advanced, or other weird port of the Game Boy. So, seeing how well it's already being changed on the Switch brings a lot of hope for the future. Now, the second big question is the game objectively good? And I have to say, another big yes. Now, many people have been arguing about if it's actually a good game or not, but when it comes to actual gameplay, it actually seems really good so far. Sure, again, it may not be what people actually want, but that doesn't automatically make it a bad game for everyone. It has everything you would want in a brand new Pokemon game. It has new mechanics, a complete reimagining of how things should be like, a refreshing location, and also new Pokemon to extend, as we are technically still getting 2 new ones that are still mythical, so that is still really exciting. Now, another point lots of people have talked about when it comes to actual quality of the game is its challenge, saying that it's not challenging enough, thus it won't be fun. Now, I think it's way too early to tell how challenging the game is, but people are judging it solely based on the fact that there's no such things like battling wild Pokemon. So yes, even though it'll make it slightly easier, it's not like it will make it less challenging. It's like removing the tedious part of the challenge. Just because something is tedious doesn't automatically make it a good challenge. It is still challenging, yes, but that doesn't make it like a good challenge. Take Dark Souls for example. That's a game where it has challenge, but it has really fun challenge, where the challenge itself is something that is the fun part. It is something that you're really good about overcoming, and also in itself is enjoyable. Now compare that to something like one of the harder dragon fights in the game like Skyrim for example. There's plenty of dragons everywhere, and even though some of the stronger ones may be more challenging, it's definitely not a fun challenge. You probably don't get a lot of good stuff for killing it, because they usually don't come with a lot of good stuff, and overall it's just a challenge that feels pointless and empty, and just feels like even though it's supposed to be challenging, the game would be better off without it. Now, I'm not saying having the game be super easy would be really fun either, but right now we don't have enough proof to really see that's the case, and sadly that's what many people are thinking so far. But yeah, the way it's looking, that probably won't be the case. Again, a little challenge is always nice, but it's not what makes or breaks a game's fun factor. I mean, just look how fun games like Kirby are to so many people, and they're really easy. Now, I don't think Pokemon will ever get as easy as Kirby, but just because it make it a bit easier doesn't automatically make it not fun. Now, the next question lots of people have been wondering is if the game will actually sell well, and once again, I think that's another really solid yes. The game has a huge potential audience of people, from people who want to just play a brand new Pokemon game on the Switches, for people who play Pokemon Go and now want to get more into the Pokemon universe using the Switches, which is a console that once again is selling really well, or also Pokemon veterans who want to revisit Kanto and also see it again in a brand new Super HD beautiful light, and there's probably even more which I didn't think of. And the final question I'll be answering in this video is one lots of you have been wondering: what will be the legacy of this game, and what will be its influence on the Pokemon franchise's existence on the Switch? Now, that's a pretty complex question to answer, but I think we have nothing to worry about if Pokemon Let's Go is any hint at what is coming in the future for Nintendo Switch and the Pokemon franchise. It features an amazing art style that shows finally what a Pokemon game will look like on this brand new hardware, because from what I've seen, graphics have never been so great because they've been always on really poor handheld systems, because the 3DS, the DS, yeah, all of the portable Nintendo consoles were always pretty weak, and finally we have it on a pretty solid system with really good guts. So hopefully the game will run great, it will look great, and it will definitely be a great promise of what is to come to the future. And that is just from the side of the graphics and performance. When it comes to actual gameplay, again, I think we have a lot in store on how the Pokemon franchise will go forward when it comes to reimagining what should be in a Pokemon game. Like it or not, just adding more Pokemon and a new region will not keep the Pokemon games entertaining and selling well. They need to change, they need to take off some of the staple mechanics, they need to experiment to get something new that works. I mean, look what Nintendo has been doing with some of the biggest franchises recently. Legend of Zelda stripped away so many key Zelda mechanics, and yet it was a great game. Odyssey did the same. Well, I've never really played it, and it doesn't seem like my type of game, but many people love it, even though it's not like a typical Mario game. So it definitely works, and it can definitely be done well, and Let's Go definitely seems like an example of that done well. So I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am. I will pre-order my copy with the Pokeball Plus as well, so I'll be most likely doing an unboxing and first impressions video of when that comes out, November 16th. So I'm gonna hope you're gonna be all here for November 16th, a great day when it comes out. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you can know when that video comes out, because it's gonna be a really special one. Me unboxing and playing my first Pokemon game ever. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of this topic down below. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like, whatever. And I see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.